Mike Leaf Show here on the Warrior Sports Network. I'm Grant Wall, joined as always by Winona State head basketball coach Mike Leaf. And Coach, you played your first two home games of 2014 last weekend, wins over the University of Mary and Minot State. A couple games, the Warriors have been shooting the ball so well over the last 3 or 4 weeks. A weekend where you cooled off just a little, but still were able to find ways to win both games.
Yeah, that first game, I couldn't believe it, and it was like one of those things where, we're missing short jumpers, we were missing layups. It was one of those things where at halftime I said, they're great shots that we're taking, don't worry about that, and the focus was on our defense. And I think that's, once you've got great shooters, and sometimes you're going to have those nights, but you can always play tough D.
Let's talk about that defense. It's something that kind of gets lost in the shuffle sometimes with how well you've been playing offensively. But you lead the conference in scoring defense. It's a group that really contests everything and doesn't make it easy on any of your opponents.
No, it's, I really believe that, so often you mentioned the contest part, and that's one of the things we focus on, is that anybody that's taking a jumper and you're there, even if you're late, just having that hand up does make a difference. And the other thing, too, is our rebounding. It still needs help. It really does. But, you got a Kellen Taylor out there, and it certainly he does such a great job. But our perimeter guys have to do a better job of rebounding because we just need to have more. I'd love to have 3 or 4 more on the offensive end, and, of course, defensively not giving up second shots. But our defenses, they have a trust in each other now. So if I'm helping you on a dribble penetration, I know somebody's got my back. And that took a while. It really did.
Talk about Kellen Taylor. He's a guy, last week he was the conference player of the week, 2 double-doubles on your road trip, came back, another double-double, and then missed one by just 1 rebound on Friday night. And we're going to talk to him later in the week on this show, but he's a guy who has really, really stepped up his game, and you'd expect that from a senior with a leadership like him.
Yeah, no question. The thing about it is that from a scoring standpoint, when he had the game of 16 and 16, I know he's got it in him, but he's one of those guys that's so unselfish and gives the ball to everybody else. But it was one of those things where he said, you know what, nobody was shooting the best, so I had to see what I could do. And what's intriguing is, a lot of, his uncle's brother lives out in Montana and came to visit this weekend. He also coaches, but came to visit this weekend and had not seen Kellen Taylor play since he was in 7th grade.
Really?
And so it was really a special weekend for him, his uncle, his aunt, and some relatives. And I don't know if that elevated his game, because I was thinking, maybe he'll go in the tank. But he played just super, and I know he'll continue to do so. And he brings everybody else's game, and he makes everybody around him better.
Kellen was your leading scorer on Friday night, and this has been such a balanced team offensively, and you see that on Saturday night. Conrad Mossberg steps into the starting lineup, leads the team in scoring, hits some big three-pointers for you. You're getting production offensively from any number of areas.
Yeah, our bench comes in there, and, many of them could be starters for us. And, one of the things I mentioned to them, it's really not who starts the game, it's who finishes it. And even like Josh Mongan, we weren't shooting the best, and he came in, missed his first one, but hits his second one, and just by doing so, it kind of gives that spark. And you're so right, Conrad is, he got in there right away, in there off the bench, first couple, then he started a game, and he flies through the air getting offensive boards, and when he's open, he can knock them down. And I think with a little bit more time, he'll be even more consistent with that.
Well, it was a great weekend, couple wins here in Winona. We're going to come back later this week, talk to one of the catalysts for those big wins, Kellen Taylor, with more on the Mike Leaf Show.